Oh yeah, right. Alright. Particle manipulating mirror. 2 effects available, it says. Use or misuse? Misuse? Warping effect on. Okay. Gifting mirror, misuse. Stealing mirror, oh no. Lost anxiety pills, oh no. This is bad, Seth. Without them, I'll get hard to social. Oh no. Gifting mirror on. Got candy. Okay. The mirror doesn't seem to be functioning. You want me to eat the candy? Oh, let me die. I eat the candy. It tastes like chicken soup. Okay. Question in mirror, sure. Which period was earlier? The Meso... I don't know. This one? Hey! I don't know. Let's save. Use. I wake up to someone opening the door. You. What do you know about this? Oh, so you were here? As I thought, it was weird that you never appeared after your class. Yeah. Where did you get the keys? Surprisingly, all the doors open for me, so you have an X in your name. Ah, as expected from God. Oh, well, true, he is God. I forgot that. Is something wrong? No. Why? You're crying. Oh, we are? I must have startled you. Huh? Why is it, I wonder? Maybe I'm just a little tired. Here. The boy stretched out his hand with a paper tissue in it. I felt red flowers bloom on my hands as I wiped my cheeks. The wounds are healing? Thank you, C, for coming to help. You're welcome. You should go ahead of me. There's something I need to take. Ah, all right. Take care. Yeah, right. Where are you? Okie dokie. So what do we miss? PE class? No problem. Missed that before already. So what do we do now? What are our tasks? We don't have tasks. We can go home? Let's go home. Yes. Felix, I had the weirdest shit happen to me today. Felix. Bennett. Oh, wow. Can't you be more gentle? Stop complaining when this wound is your fault to begin with. Save me from this monster human maggot. This monster is the one saving you right now, Bennett. Can you imagine? This specimen on my table got bitten by a mutant spider. Now he's doomed to have his leg covered in necrosis bites. Aren't you going to treat it? If you're going to blab, I'm going to amputate it. But it's just a bite. Not to interrupt, but does that mean that there are spiders in the house? Ah, that! One of our works accidentally broke the glass of a mutant terrarium, so we are still dealing with the consequences. But worry not, it should be clean by now. I think. Felix! Please don't move so much. But it's itchy. I'll stab you with a fork if you do. Yes, sir. Oh, god damn it. Nobody wants to talk to me? What should I do now? I don't want to go to sleep yet. Aiden? Is Aiden playing? Aiden? Aiden? This one. Yo! Been busy? Good day. There's a dress I've made in collaboration with Henry. Who's Henry? We call it dark matter dress, although the amount of actual dark matter in it is non-existent. Want to try it on? Sure! It takes any form you want it to take. Pretty handy, right? For now it changes only the shape, but we're looking for a way to make it change its structure as well. A pair of extra hands or a particle bomb spawned from clothing wouldn't be so bad, right? I guess so. It's cool. You can have it. Thank you, Aiden. I'll cherish it. Cool. Can we try it on? Can we put it on? Dark matter dress. Takes any shape, used with care. Yes. Oh no, we have a black dress. I don't know if it's good or bad. Yo, Huxley. Dr. Huxley cuts the body on his table in half. Oops, Mr. Membrane over there. Hello, little Charlotte. Would you mind helping me for a bit? Sure, Dr. Huxley. What is it? I need you to carry this to the morgue room. My dear crew members will aid you in it. 2 crew members turn up, Baldwin and Goodwin as told by the name badges. They greet me in unison. All right. Inform me if the cops will start moving on your way. Yes, sir. Help Huxley. Baldwin and Goodwin had joined your party. Oh, fuck. It will move now, won't it? Where's the morph room? In here? In here? Why can't I go in here? All done. Yay! Bye-bye, Charlotte Wiltshire. That was uncomfortably polite. Bye-bye, you two. The 2 workers leave shortly, returning to work. Alright. Will I get killed now by this buddy? Oh, we can leave. Alright, let's go to sleep. I don't know what all of you doing. But I will be a good... It's rare to see the workers in the library. Hi! Hello, Florence. You look pretty today. Haha, thanks. Thanks for helping me the other day. I did? I've bought something in return. Florence brings out a small cube. It's my Bennett blackmail logs. I've extracted some memories from his brain while he was asleep. Man, he really should cut down on soap. It makes him so hyperactive he sleeps like a log afterwards. I've already made spare copies of this, so perhaps one of these cubes will be useful to you? Bennett's memory cube. Thank you, but wouldn't you have trouble sleeping with Bennett when Bennett finds out? Huh. He can come find me anytime. I want to see that. Hold on. Yes. Memory cube, side A. The planet I was born on had 2 races living on it, humans and Overmen. We looked the same, yet our roles in society were completely different. I was born as a designer baby in the laboratory of human resources. A B rank born to live on nutritional soap as a lab rat for testing cosmetics. All for the sole purpose of a sticker saying, safe for skin, approved by leading dermatologists on a tiny tube of cream. Aww. B-types are good looking and have good stamina. They're used in commercials, movie industry and medical tests. C-types are the living stock. When they're used for mass-producing meat products, and candles. Pieces of clothing sometimes, but it's banned in most areas thanks to some activists. A-rings are the smart ones. They were fated to participate in intelligence tests and surprisingly parapsychology. We had this Paul guy appearing on the TV all the time, predicting match results and making weather forecasts. He died of overworking. D-types are the workforce. They are sent to most dangerous places like nuclear stations, shafts and such. And E-types? Then there was E-types, who are used as pets. In our department, a special achievement system was developed for us to stay motivated. We all collected MP, which stands for motivation points. MP could be traded for rewards and eventually a promotion to a higher rank. The goals were simple. Task 1. Smile when it hurts, 10 smiles out of 60 collected. Best buddy, if your friend is feeling ill, report immediately, 5 reports out of 10 collected. After somebody was reported, they never came back. I collected the most MP I could. I wanted to get out, be among A ranks, and the promotion day came. When I moved to the other department, I didn't have to test cosmetics anymore. I were to become a test subject for medicine instead. To be purposefully infected with a skin disease and have all kinds of treatment tested on me. Oh my god, poor Bennett. He might seem dumb, but he's actually... Aww, my hair fell off, it grew back. My bowels were full of ulcers after I took an experimental drug. They were restored. I vomited and vomited and vomited, all food turning sour in my mouth. It felt like my insides would come out through the esophagus. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Poor guy. One day I was accidentally infected with eye plague, an incurable illness that made eyes grow on both skin and internal organs of the infected. Naturally, I was scattered for disposal. I spent a month in isolation, thinking it was the happiest time in my life. The disposal day came. A person in a lab coat came in, looking too young to be an executioner. "Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm Henry Huxley. I know you're scheduled for disposal, which, by a lucky coincidence, is today, but it's been cancelled just an hour ago, just when I signed the papers for your ownership. Sounds better than dying, doesn't it?" Oh my God. I'd be rather dead, Mr. Huxley. Is that sarcasm I'm hearing? Ah yes, they must have stopped giving you intellect suppressants, for they are not cheap. Would be such a waste to give them to a defective specimen, am I right? You know, I'm researching the eye plague. Yes, the incurable eye plague, which I'm going to cure. And you, my dear, are going to become the face of my success. You see, it's the first time a B-type got infected. You're too valuable for material. And it's a fact that your specimen are most beautiful of all types, as you're constantly used in commercials. So it wouldn't be an exaggeration if I said that you were chosen for a pretty face. And timing. Timing was also crucial. Just recently I've realized that I have less than half a year to complete my thesis. And that is a little troubling. You madman. Yes, I am. Worry not, we'll become the stars of the modern time. Science bless us. That meeting marked the beginning of our alliance, and people started dying in the name of science. Huxley's utter lack of empathy for both overman and man alike was the exact reason he was most successful among his peers. He brought me different books. One of them was Dummy's Guide to Cooking. A good part of it was dedicated to cooking meat. If an animal died on the streets, its meat would be hard to chew, it said. Aside from regular intakes of soap, my diet consisted primarily of various greens and products high in protein, meat included. One day I've decided to ask, "What kind of meat is this?" I inquired from Huxley, who was vigorously waving his hands in the air. As I've learned later, he was using VR environment to work. "A C-type of your kind, I believe," he answered, not turning away from work. "The greatest legacy of our time. Truly a feast for gods. Of gods. Feel like vomiting yet?" he added, genuinely curious. No. I took another bite. The meat was incredibly tough. Huxley brought me books and taught me reading and writing. He regularly tested my physical capabilities, so I was kept in good physical form. He talked too much. Spent too much time with me than he should have. The day Henry Huxley cured eye plague was the day he told me to get into cadaver pouch and declared me dead to the whole scientist society. "What's happening?" I've asked. "We're leaving," was the short answer. As it turned out later, researching eye plague was just a facade. What Henry Huxley was actually testing were capabilities of a human specimen, only to confirm that man and overman were no different from each other all along. As we boarded his spaceship, he began quickly explaining that we are a threat to society, that he found a cure for eye plague long ago and now he only used it as an excuse for doing other projects, that we need to find a new home. We printed all the money we needed on the day we arrived in the house, and that's how we ended up living there. No, wait. Can we go on? Oh, we can. No, said A. All right. Poor Bennett! Oh my God! But he's so cheerful. I guess, those are the happiest people, huh? All right, let's go to bed. No, go to bed. Yo, you. When I close my eyes, I feel someone's presence beside my bed. It's a man in pitch black three-piece, smiling ever so eerily. Father? No, can't be. Father wouldn't visit me on his own accord. Right, Umbrella Man? Unfortunately, it's just as you said. As for this appearance, it's still my favorite to this day. I'm more likely to have more influence over you if I look like this, after all. But let's pretend I didn't say that, shall we? Got it. What brings you here? I've seen you collapse at school. Figured I would pay a small visit. How are you feeling? I'm doing okay. You know, I've learned new things today. That the Pythias I met in their world were the ones who rejected the Oracle. I see. Well, it is true that initially Pythias didn't have a shared consciousness. The land, Delphi, was rather prosperic back in the day. I'd say their society was one of the very few that successfully adapted the ideas of communism. When the oracle appeared, many thought it would make the world a complete utopia. You see, even a young oracle is powerful enough to grant wishes. As long as it finds beings to form a symbiosis with, of course. Most of the Pythias wish to be connected, to be understood by each other. However, most does not mean all. The war between globalists and individualists was only the beginning. However, not even the globalists fully believed that their wish would be granted. So it became twisted. The tragedy is that their minds didn't become intertwined at once. No, the process was incredibly slow, crippling, excruciating. Imagine thoughts and feelings of other people around you creeping into your head, buzzing in it until you can't tell which thoughts initially belonged to you. Imagine your own mind exposed to others, your every embarrassing thought, every fleeting feeling. Doesn't it feel humiliating? Constant headache, loss of privacy without loss of ego. The god we worship was a devil in disguise. That's when the second god hunt began, of which you had the luck to catch a glimpse. But the process of becoming one undistinguishable mass with the oracle went on, until it consumed most of the population. However, they were still able to reduce their numbers to an astounding degree. They almost succeeded in destroying the oracle, although it didn't mean them any harm. It's just how the oracle is, you see. It's the fair expectations that made people violent. First, they welcomed it in their hearts, expecting to use it to make their own world an utopia. But as soon as it disappointed them, they got rid of it. Personally, I find it extremely selfish. I see, it's sad that it ended like this. It always does end that way. Especially among races that had a concept of free will, just like you do. Those of your kind are in constant need of something to worship, be it science, money, or powerful beings. Honestly, it's better to worship something that doesn't exist, because fantasies never disappoint. Sorry, I hope I didn't use words that are too difficult to understand. Although you've already almost grown up. Well then, sleep well. Bye-bye, Umbrella Man. I close my eyes. Good night, Seth.
Ugh, you again.